What's up everyone, Ian and Alex here. What I'm going to do is take you through some hip capsule cars. They used to be called axial rotations. The Summit kind of changed that. But one of the first things that we want to see is just the fundamental movement of your hip joint, and that all starts with rotation. So again, remember, if we can't rotate deep within the capsule, then flexing, extending, and all of these other things aren't going to really work out too well. So one of the ways that we can actually maintain and improve our rotation of the hip is just by getting reps in every single day of doing just that. So what we're going to have Alex do is flex her knee and her hip up to about 90 degrees. She's going to stay here. I want her to think about it as if there was a stake going through here. There's not going to be a lot of movement. It's going to stay in a small circle right here. And then she's going to externally rotate her hip so that she brings her foot up. And then she's going to go the opposite direction into internal rotation. Let's have her do about 5 of those. A couple of things that we're looking for here. We want everything to stay relatively stable and straight while the hip or the femur rotates within the capsule. If she does a mistake going that way, you'll see some bending like this. She's not doing it at all. As she goes the other way into internal rotation, we might see a hike. So that's going to be just a standard one right in the front. We never want to feel any pinching, especially in front of the hip, and we should feel stuff working either deep in here or definitely the TFL during that portion. So you can go ahead and relax for a second. Now, when we're doing those, we do want you to be relatively stable. In the best scenario, you're actually probably hugging the rig. The stick mobility is stable, but it's definitely some work too. So just keep that in mind. I'd start off by really holding on. Doing them without any balance is an option, but being, not having to really challenge your stability while you're working on your mobility, not exactly the best tandem. Now what we're gonna have her do is actually face that way. So now you're gonna go ahead and bring your knee all the way up and then out. So it's gonna be out here. So just like our hip car, what we want to do now is do the same exact thing. She's going to have a little bit less range of motion, but she's going to get her heel up to the ceiling from this portion right here. And then she's going to bring it all the way back forward. And then let's give yourself a little bit less range of motion. There you go, now go. So as she's doing this one, we're probably going to end up having a little bit less range of motion when we go into that hip abduction out to the side, and especially going into external rotation coming forward. So don't be surprised by that. The goal is to really keep everything straight forward. We don't want to be leaning out to the side. Basically, you can think about your belt buckle or your belly button is a laser going straight forward while the hip is, again, rotating within the capsule. After she does about 5 of those, you can come and bring it forward and then come down and just relax. So we're looking to be able to have your hip be efficient from rotating anywhere. Now these are the 2 main spots that I like to train, but that doesn't mean that she couldn't have went out just 5 degrees, did it, went out 5 degrees, did it, and then eventually got to her end range for hip abduction. So just know anywhere along the continuum is somewhere that we can actually do. And the third one that I'll do occasionally is actually going to be behind. So just go ahead and bring your heel up like this. Good. Now from here, just like we do on the table, she's going to go ahead and externally rotate, bring it out here. And then she's going to internally rotate and bring it the other way. Now in the ideal world, this will stay locked in so that we're not moving from there at all. And she'll just be rotating the hip within the capsule again. Have to stay really strong. The other leg should stay nice and straight like she's doing. And we want to be really owning the entire range of motion, feeling the hip rotating within there, and then you can relax and come down. So lastly, just one more point, the idea that we can actually do this from multiple positions. So just like when we do our hip cars, yes, we do them standing, but you could be doing all of these from quadruped, you could be doing these sideline, you could be flat on your back, and even the last one we just showed, you could even be prone or face down. Something to keep in mind, if there's any time that I'm always getting at least 5 reps of these, yes, bed mobility, you could be laying in your bed and just hitting 5 reps at least every single day. Moral of the story, there's no excuse to get at least 5 in. Give those a try, let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time.